Welcome back to another episode of Interesting True Crime Media. I'm your host, Ball, and today we'll be covering a woman who was found guilty for botched BBL surgery. All right, before we go to work, let's get through the formalities. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video so we can keep everyone aware of all the madness that's going on in this world. All right, without further ado, let's go to work.
Michelle, the jury deliberated all day yesterday and this afternoon delivered that verdict. The husband of Cindiana Santangelo, who was a wife, mother, and actress, says his wife and his family received justice.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find defendant Libby Adame guilty of the crime of second-degree murder upon Cindiana Santangelo.
The clerk read that verdict this afternoon. Inside the courtroom, we heard Mr. Frank Santangelo react moments later, saying one word, yes. Libby Adame has now been found guilty of second-degree murder in the killing of Cindiana Santangelo, an actress who appeared on Married with Children and ER. In 2024, Adame and her daughter were convicted of involuntary manslaughter for injecting silicone into a woman's buttocks. She died of an embolism. And in this case, prosecutors argue that about a year after that conviction, she again administered those injections, killing Santangelo, who died of a silicone embolism. Adame's defense attorney says they will be filing an appeal, arguing that she did not do it, suggesting the procedure was done by someone else and that Adame was only there for a consultation. They argue the timeline does not provide enough time for the procedure to be done. Meantime, prosecutors and investigators pointed to inconsistent statements from Adame and messages between her and Mrs. Santangelo discussing their upcoming appointment as evidence she was there to administer the injections, and say the wounds on her body were not sustained days or even hours earlier. Mr. Santangelo described his wife, who was 59, as beautiful inside and out, telling us that she saved lives through their drug and alcohol rehab center. He said he is relieved this is over. Now, Adame, who was also found guilty of practicing medicine without a license, is scheduled to be sentenced on November 5th. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Annabelle Munoz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
First and foremost, as always, in case of death, respect goes to the family. It's a shame, right? Because the things that women got to go through, like not just a mother is one thing, all right, but to want to maintain beauty, to want to look good, and to want to feel good, and to feel like you know not all of them, but some of them have to cut themselves open just to be beautiful. And when I was covering this story, I looked at what one thing about this, like if you're going, I feel like if you're going to go get a plastic surgery, right? I check the references. I check the references of all the people who you don't work with, and check for experiences, or let me know and find out how their experience was with this particular surgeon. But if you look at this lady, listen, man, she looked like the female elephant man, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world, I would let somebody like that who look like that, like touch me, man, as a woman. So, I commend women for, all the things they have to go through as far as just a woman, and on top of like just trying to stay beautiful and look beautiful, which, they deserve the right, what I'm saying, too. But a warning to all the ladies out there: if anybody considering plastic surgery, check the references and make sure they're very reputable. And just remember, protect yourself. Because life is precious. Like, I don't think it's ever a good thing to die trying to look better, or what I'm saying. I don't think it's worth the chance. Like, but be safe, and to whoever needs it. Sometimes, some women might need it. Based on your particular situation. I would just caution you about these things, and check people, because you get what you pay for, as far as with the quality. From what I've seen, like, I don't know nobody who personally has gotten plastic surgery, so they probably can give a better opinion of it than me. But what I know is that beauty, it's a price for it, and as the Bible tells us, like, beauty is passion. Like, regardless of how beautiful this woman is or how handsome the guy may be, it's all gonna pass in due time. So, I'm a big proponent of trying to work it out and do it naturally. But some people aren't, and for those who aren't, for trying to work it out and accomplish their goals naturally, just be safe. All right, tragic story. And y'all know my motto: the only time crime pays is on the internet. Be safe out there. Signing off.